Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. After all this time, after all these happy moments, we get to Game 3 of OMG. Taking on IG. So my name's Hysterics, this is Clement Chu, and what do you want to say, Clement?
Well, that wasn't a death note coming in from Ning. That was more like a sad diary. Just taking note of how he was getting bullied across the map.
Yeah.
And I want to say that game, for me, it wasn't really about the composition differences. I think the main difference was that IG just played a lot looser in that game, too.
True.
Probably coming out of that game 1 stomp. So there was a lot of catches that they had for free, especially topside around Drake, and that led to Curse having a massive game.
Our MVP.
Thing about 1-3-1s is if you give those solo laners snowballs early, then they can transition that into side lane control, into map control, and they will continue to snowball. And this is exactly what Curse did. OMG look the best when they give resources to their top lane.
That's right, Curse. Thumbs up, you cheeky, handsome devil. But this for IG, you know, like, okay, we could win this fight, but OMG played their wits around a lot of these similar kind of fights.
And Curse has been coming in at really good angles. I'm actually very impressed about his calculations on coming into the enemy backline. They're playing this 1-3-1. They already cut the enemy composition off, and they're just cleaning up the kills one after the other. Curse does this multiple times throughout the entire game. He actually has a very good sense of how to enter a team fight, when to do it, and how to clean up as well, as we saw in that game.
A lot to be taken away from this game, and especially going into Game 3. I know that OMG, this will be a very different squad heading in.
Yeah, and this is one of those instances that I'm just reading, okay, IG are still playing the old IG way. There's no way you chase up a ramp against someone like Curse. And you can see Baolan, how he pays the price for that. Walks straight into a brush, no vision, dies instantly, and then Curse just chases them all down. So that's one of those plays that reminds you, you know, IG is still very much the same team that played against Team Liquid at MSI. They still have the same I think I can mentality when it comes to these plays.
And then when you get shut down, you're like, oh, okay. But, I mean, another person that kind of found his wings in that game was Icon, right? Icon had a stable first game, and into the second one, like, he played exceptionally well.
Yeah, Icon, for me, he still has that same caliber of mechanics, and he's been having a very good split in my estimation. A lot less of these early game skirmish deaths, very consistent, expanding out in different styles of champions like the Azir and Karma, which we've seen. And he's also got help in the top lane this time as well. If you think about the top lanes in the past for OMG, they were more of like Xiang. They were more centered around engage and playing for like a big AD carry rather than going for 1-3-1. So with Curse, they unlock that composition, and you can see how scary that duo is in that game.
Strength of side lanes, bottom lane as well felt revitalized after that last game. And we're going into this Game 3, minds empty, because everything goes out the window. Last 2 games were a stop by OMG Game 2, a stop by IG in Game number 1. Now we get the best of both worlds and see fully powered up Game 3.
So I think we still see the same bans from OMG. They took away the Silas as well, just to deny the flex potential and make their counter pick worthwhile.
That's true.
If the opponent can't flex, then you can nail them down with a bad matchup. And on IG side, they're trying to tone down the effect of World 6. I felt like a big reason OMG won the early game that game was because of the Karthus pick. Karthus does not contest whatsoever, he just farms. So World 6 had an easy time putting his pressure.
Surprised to see that come ban on IG side when they've been prioritizing it each and every time, but they want to go for something different. First lock-in of the Azir for Rookie.
This is an interesting one. Now, typically IG doesn't do the best when they have to play scaling mid laners. IG is all about joining the fray for Rookie. You have to go on with Ning. It's not a yes or no question. It's I'm going with you or without you. So Azir is a weird turn for me to see Rookie go on to. Of course, it is a champion he has played in the past and has excelled on, but it's not really what you have in mind when you think of IG's crazy hectic win lane style.
It's always been something that, you know, we've questioned here in the LPL, but the popularity that's been seen recently throughout the rest of the world, even the LCK, of course, I think we're the first ones to really sit on it, is there. So we'll see how they make use of it, because for OMG, back towards the Lux this time, I shouldn't say because it's not Hood yet, it's going to be Chelly on the Lux most likely, and the Camille, which has been flexed around by OMG in the past.
And we have been seeing a lot of Lux mid laners as well. The outrange potential against Azir is there, so we have to keep that in mind. It could be a potential flex. Haven't seen Icon played it, but have seen it in the LCK, so need to pay attention to that. And for this one, I think you're either going for, we've seen the common Yuumi combos really be Sivir, Lucian, and Ezreal for the most part. Champions that have some form of gap, some form of movement abilities.
Also seen the Lucian as a combo. Oh!
There we go. I said Lucian first.
Oh,
so.
did you? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was looking towards the bands and I was like, actually, we haven't seen the Mordekaiser. It was my different train of thought. So, Clement, apologies. You're damn right about that one. It's going to be the bottom lane of mobility, the push up here from JackeyLove and Baolan. While will Kane try and secure an 80 carry himself?
Yeah,
there we go.
Curious about this one because I don't really like a Lucian Yuumi with a weaker scaly mid laner. What often happens is that the enemy takes mid priority and just makes Yuumi the weak side, and when Yuumi's the weak side, times are typically bad. However, they did get a good read in the fact that OMG doesn't play through bot themselves, and we're going to get a Kai'Sa, which is just going to be there to scale.
I mean, Kane has been, you know, late game 80 carry player. He's ever picked something up like the Lucian, like, I'm trying to think, like even something like the Kalista.
A much better look for the team. Sometimes you have to take one and just say...
take one for the team.
Yeah, laning phase is not about me. OMG trying to ban away the junglers. Still a couple left. Rek'Sai is still one of them. Gragas is one of them that's been popping up very high in priority.
What comes as the combination? OMG, ban please. Thank you. We're not going to... See, Clement, I told you. Game 2, by the way. It must have been a tactic because, like, honestly, not banning must have gotten them the win. But I see the Gragas banned away as well. That is a nice touch, considering we haven't seen any of the Yasuo combinations just yet.
Yep. And this will mean that the Camille is going to be topside or mid. I always forget about that one.
Yep. Icon picking it up before. Now, World 6. He's played Sejuani each and every game. The fact that it's been banned by IG means he has to pick something else. What is it going to be? Lee Sin. Now, that is a challenging matchup into someone like Ning.
Yeah, now, the Lee Sin is a champion with very high skill mechanics and doesn't have the most stable lanes to actually find a gank onto just yet. I feel like it's more of a... It could go, I think mid-jungle makes a lot of sense here with the Lee Sin. At least it gives you a very easy Sonic Wave to land once the stun hits from Camille. And for IG, Rek'Sai, she's still a great champion. Hasn't dropped in priority that much even after the nerfs. And if you want to play early game or at least stabilize the early game, I think it's a great pick. And Gnar, wow.
Yeah. Now TheShy's played this a little bit, but okay, stop it. Last night, live from Gen G, Game 1, picked up Volibear support. Oh, just do it. Don't be a pansy. Oh, okay, whatever. You gotta go out in style, and Kennen's the way to do it. So, most likely gonna be the Camille mid.
Yeah, it does look like it. So,
I know you're perplexed by the Gnar limit.
Gnar's been a pocket pick that we've known TheShy has for a while.
And Duke, by the way.
When Zoom played in the playoffs and took it out in the last game in the first round, he did attribute it to TheShy beating him in scrims. And we've seen very offensive builds coming in from Duke, who's played it a little bit more, actually. He's gone for Blade of the Ruined King, Wit's End, that type of a build, just to become a solo lane split pusher. However, Gnar is a champion that is a bit weak earlier on, and Kennen can take advantage of that matchup. You can see all smiles on Invictus game. It's like, okay, in TheShy we trust.
We'll go again, but you can definitely see like the Wombination combination, right? Mm-hmm. You got Azir, you got Gnar. They work so perfectly. Like Azir will send you one way, Gnar will send you back into that same direction, or possibly a different direction entirely. I like this from Invictus Gaming. To me, it screams proactivity. It screams a comp that, you know, can play out this lane and maybe play more of the patient style we saw in Game 1, Clement.
Yeah, and interesting matchup we should take a look at is the mid lane Camille versus Azir, because one provides a wall and one jumps off walls.
Yeah.
So if Icon has his finger speeds, then he could actually just Hextech ultimatum the ultimate coming in from Azir, or he could wait until the wall is up and then hook shot onto him. So there's a lot of interesting interactions that happen in that one. It's a very strong kill lane like we were talking about. Camille plus Lucian is going to dominate the river.
Yeah. Ning's got a lot of work to do here again, and I think after World 6, how he played Game 2, I'm confident in OMG here. Suddenly the composition, you're like, yeah, actually the fighting's there. We'll explain it more as we get into game, but now Game 3, an unexpected turn of events. Invictus Gaming getting challenged here. They need to play their best, otherwise OMG could take that win and they can start climbing up the ladder themselves. Nah, mute them. They're gone. You know what? You thought there was a crowd? No. Oh.
Oh, this is completely spotted out by IG.
The enthusiasm. Look. No. No. We just go through it. Okay. I know that there's a guy in Shanghai. I met him, Clement. What is your name? Dave? I think it's Dave. There's a man in Shanghai who shouts out TSM, just one, every time.
You even got his name?
It's his thing. Yeah, I met him.
Don't reveal his name. He might get chased out of the stadium.
He'll be right. He'll be fine.
OMG's actually spotted out here, but it doesn't look like anything bad's going to happen to them. Yeah. And I want to point out that Ning is going to go for the Hail of Blades rather than the Conquerors, which is a bit more common. So what he's thinking about is getting the absolute maximum kill potential out of those early game ganks.
Saw it earlier out of 10 as well on the 7-2 Rek'Sai, which was the end to game number 2. See if Ning can snowball like that once again. Now, World 6 onto the Conquerors Lucian, looking across the board. Actually, a fleet footwork Camille is something you don't see too much, but of course going into the electrocute into Rookie, it's going to make a lot of sense here that he's going to nullify a lot of the trades, especially the longer they go.
Yep, and this Camille is something that we didn't see that much. I believe this is only the second time that we have Icon playing in the mid lane, but I understand the theory of the pick. Recently, we've seen Icon moving towards Bruiser a lot more in his champion select over the likes of Assassins, and I think this fits the bill. It's just that you have a lot of strong kill potential if your jungler does come.
But remember in game number 2, I said that, you know, Rookie's just dominating this lane. I think all 3 games, Rookie has been punishing Icon. He's been in winning matchups. For now, that's good. Remember, until level 6, yeah, this is going to keep on happening. Just a side note, a little tangent, that Baolan will be the point of view stream over on Doyu. If you're wondering what that was, but he's going across the map right now. We'll look towards the top side. Yeah, get out of here, Icon. Wow, it's going to be an early TP.
He has some great trade potential coming on, and there's a lot better synergy from OMG's bot side and their jungler, just to get that scuttle down early. And normally in this lane, Lucian should dominate this lane, especially with Yuumi. It's very hard to actually get out of her damage.
That's true. Ning in a very good position to get to this top side as Curse. Actually just going to walk through, wants to kill onto TheShy. He turns for it, but he's going to die. Gets first blood, and that's not a move you often see.
He sees the jungler, doesn't back off, says, you know what? You're going down with me. He surprised TheShy. TheShy still had his flash. He didn't react to it.
Yeah. That was an alpha move if I've ever seen one from Curse. That was sick. Now for JackeyLove to take the 2v3. It's going to be difficult as they turn on Chelly and Kane. Jungler's still nearby, but JackeyLove just won that trade whole-handedly.
Oh, yeah. He outplayed the hell out of that. Dodge out on the Light's Binding, and then went back for the extra Light Slinger trade. Also forced World 6 to show himself in that one. So that was not just winning a trade, it was winning the map as well.
So the bottom lane going well for Invictus Gaming. The top is still at an even point, if not 100 gold ahead for Curse after that. I still just can't believe he decided, yep, I'm doing it. And caught TheShy by surprise. You're right, Flash is still there. So as he gets to that level 6 point, it could be a little bit of a surprise as Icon jumping onto Rookie. That's a much better trade for the Camille mid.
I think the last time we saw this, did go for the Tianat first.
Yep.
Just get a bit more wave clear, get out of the lane and fight for that river.
I know we were talking about it before, that some of the tier match champions in League of Legends, Camille, definitely one of them, but utilize it later as World 6 might be called out here. Boomerang Blade lands 1, 2, and gonna get the hyper as he turns into Gnar. Walks away after forcing it out. Rookie has found Icon too. What great pathing just to go, yeah, he's probably there. And he doesn't have teleport to get back to lane, Clement, so Rookie can shut this out, and Icon's gonna miss a wave.
Yeah, this is so damaging on the way Rookie is playing this.
Or
and you have to remember, there's actually Camille being selected as the counter pick for OMG side. So they willingly went into this matchup, but we've yet to see what the power of it actually is against Azir.
It's actually looking at the wave though for the Azir. He sits there. He's going to let it build up because it's got a very slow push towards him. He wants Icon to come back into the lane and push him out once again. So the idea is pretty solid there from Rookie, who still has his flash available, is getting towards level 6. And TP even burnt for the bottom lane in JackeyLove. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Icon has to go and farm, and he gets half health just trying to get a minion.
There's so much damage. Oh, World 6 needs to go mid lane as soon as possible. If he can free that lane, then the bottom side collapses as well. So I think that's where both junglers are really going to be focusing their attention.
To even help get the shove out as Ning towards the bottom side. Chelly, he has no idea that Ning's here just yet. Ping's going down, finally spots him out and almost walks to his death. Ning and Rookie on their own. IG controlled the bottom side of this map.
Top lane also going
whack
a
it
bit worse.
Yeah.
Now that's a common move we see with Gnar, just because you're not going to get that many chances to use your ultimate. And the ultimate cooldown was actually reduced quite heavily in the recent patches. Of course, at later levels.
It's super easy as well to get lane dominance here on Curse, who actually doesn't have any potions left as well. Icon jumping onto Rookie, but I'm not sure about the trade just yet. Hextech Ultimatum available, the level 4 Lee Sin walking in. Rookie's been slowed down. There's the Hextech Ultimatum. He's bopped him out. I love that interaction every time. Rookie dodges away from the Sonic Wave, and Ning's going to come in here as well. Instant flash out of respect. That's what Ning can do now hitting level 6.
Oh, damn. Rookie just played that so well.
He did.
He just waited for all the abilities to come out and had the perfect reactions to it. Also sidestepping the Sonic Wave coming in from World 6 as well. World 6 is very underleveled.
Oh, wow. And he has no flash, so Ning can just do this. Pops into the Void Rush, picks up the kill, and Icon's in trouble now as well. He stuck around for too long. Ning doesn't have the spin to win, but he's already picked up the kill. He's happy. He gets full jungle access.
He's losing so many minions in the mid lane. Rookie has held on to that freeze forever.
Yeah. Every lane right now looking good here for Invictus Gaming. Gold leads across a Ning. You cheeky bugger. Oh, no. Wait for it. Icon not going to be spotted out. The Tremor Sense knows he's there, but Rookie can deal with him.
Icon has already walked through 4 wards with full vision and Ning, so I'm not sure what he's trying to accomplish here. I think he's just trying to check out the situation and at least secure his red for his jungler.
But Ning can stay happily around the mid lane. He's picked up one of the camps. He's got himself a 10 CS lead in the jungle. TheShy now going to get Slicing Maelstrom on as he's not even near Gnar, needs a HP advantage. No kill threat just yet from Curse, but they're both trying to ascertain lane dominance here in the top side as TheShy has his ult back up and available. Keep that in mind.
Usually how this lane works is that Kennen does win out a little bit early, but as time goes on, Gnar has just the extra HP bar and also the innate damage to deal with Kennen.
Yordle v Yordle, as that was an ult to clear the wave. Now TheShy has to burn the flash and, curious.
Yeah, sometimes you don't really want to use the ult right in the opponent's face. That's
well said, Clement. Well said.
Clear go-ahead. Please trade with me.
Yeah. So burning the flash, you know, again, it is what it is. I guess in the top side, Curse has his flash available. I've kept that in mind for the largest time in that top lane. But just look at mid. That's 20 CS. It'll be about 15 after Icon clears this wave, but just walking up. Too dangerous. He's going to miss 1, 2. Rookie going to skip a few. He's just sitting in the mid. Baolan's now roaming, Clement.
And we can see how hard that Rookie's punishing this lane. He's forcing a double Doran's Blade onto Icon just to have that extra lifesteal. Look at how much gold he's sinking into non-items at this point. Corruption Potion, double Doran's, that's... how much is that? That's so much, I can't even count. 1350 gold just spent on not completing a Triforce.
just to survive in this lane, and even then he can't. He's a level down. He walks up to the wave. Electrocute from Rookie means his laning phase is even better. This is the third or fourth time Icon's tried to back. Now, he's got teleport back available, but it's not going to get any better. I mean, Rookie is so close to getting that first item. And what we saw in the LEC last night, Clement, was this Lost Chapter picked up nice and early. His Icon, stop! You have to leave! As I was saying, Lost Chapter pick, I don't get the chance to talk, do I? Curse, ult into TheShy. And that's about it. This dragon goes down.
Very interesting build from Curse. He's actually going to try and...
Oh, he's done it again! He just solo killed TheShy a second time.
God, you have to love Curse, man. He always goes for the solo kill whenever he has the opportunity. And I was just looking at his build, and he's not going for the typical AP Kennen. He's actually going to go for the Hex.
That's a weird item.
The gun.
Oh, no.
Okay, he's dead.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. But I still give pro bono points to Curse as Rookie jumps into the mid lane, waiting for the Hextech ultimatum.
Wow!
Missed his Icon, outplays him as Rookie's just going to jump on him. This is the kick they need. World 6 gets a kill. TP's coming in. TheShy has TP'd to not his death, but to nothing really that good as he gets hyper. He doesn't get mega. And that was interesting.
And that's the combination we were talking about. Icon uses the hook shot to dodge out of the Emperor's Divide, comes back, gets the stun. Hextech ultimatum, and instant finish from World 6. So, wow, really fast reactions. And I guess that's why he considers it a counter against the Azir. Just doing all of that in the same time frame as a single spell's animation is very impressive.
Really showing the best of the skill matchup where you need to wait for that Hextech ultimatum, otherwise nothing happens. Now, Bowman, I'm going to come back to this point, if I can, in just a moment. TheShy just bullying out Icon. Azir might be going up towards the top side as we see a bit of a lane swap here at 12 minutes. More mana sustain there for the Azir in the mid. Lost Chapter providing quite a lot. Let's see if it gets upgraded because there's a dagger in the inventory. There's already Sork shoes there too. So even though the kill goes over, Azir's still feeling good in lane. And this is a lane we haven't really touched on, Clement. The bottom lane is feeling good too.
Yep, 23 CS advantage. It's quite normal from what I consider about the strengths of this lane. Lucian Yuumi is very powerful, and it's also quite safe against the likes of Lux. Very difficult to land anything on you. And for Azir, it does look like the Lost Chapter into the Stinger build here.
Ning now called out in front of the Rifter. Up hit the flash kick immediately. That was clean from World 6.
That was nice. Just the warding there, catching Ning out. That was really smart. Ning actually thought he had the drop on World 6. He got the Tremor Senses and he was like, I'm staying here. Bad idea.
So OMG get the pick on the jungler. They move to the mid lane and TheShy still here. The lane swap came into effect, but Rookie's now made the move while OMG just going to get themselves a Rift Herald.
And it doesn't seem like anyone has really been picking up that top wave. What we see is OMG actually willingly trading with IG at this point.
And look, Rookie can't get that top wave because OMG have full control of the top side jungle, and as you can see now, they're going to put priority in getting this turret matched.
Yeah, and if OMG are able to take this tower without using Herald, that's actually quite a large advantage to their side. They should be able to punish Icon as he head towards the bottom lane, and once more we see OMG transitioning themselves into a 1-3-1 composition.
Composition that their last game destroyed IG. It's a very different state of game, but I think OMG is setting themselves up once again. It's a 2k gold lead against them, but the way things are going, as we see Kane just pulled back in the mid lane. I'm not sure what TheShy was trying to achieve. Maybe for JackeyLove to come in, he finds 2 members. Maybe that was it. TheShy will take up for a little bit longer as the beam eventually comes through. JackeyLove forced to flash. Just Curse comes on in. He doesn't have ulti, so the TP is wasted. TheShy followed up by the Rookie coming into the mid lane. IG is 5. They're going to get the turret up to the back of that play.
Yeah, unfortunate for Curse. Couldn't see 4.5 seconds into the future, but still we have to call that what it is. Bad teleport on their part. And great synergy from IG. I really love that wallop into the final chapter, trying to get all of those stuns down.
Yep.
Even though it barely, it almost didn't work out. They still got the Curse to trade the teleport away. And that's a huge boon. If you can start controlling the jungle before the 1-3-1 starts taking form, then you can shut off side lane so easy. If you look at Icon's position, he's actually very dangerous right now. This is all IG territory, and he has to back out.
Yeah, TheShy, especially after hitting level 11. At a very good point is, yes, we know the Azir turret is still...
Oh,
how is it still bugged? Stop it. Good. Chelly's going to move away. I guess it stops for now. That's great. One of the benefits, though, of Rookie being able to push this turret, the Azir drops his Sun turret. He's got the push up in the mid lane. Control back to the side of Invictus Gaming towards this blue buff. And you mentioned before, Icon can't be here. Well, nowhere in the lane is safe right now as the bottom lane send out the culling Icon, forced to flash. That's exactly why.
Yeah, huge win for them right there. And this was all done in a single move from Invictus Gaming. Quite impressive. They get the mid lane tower, cover up the entire bot side, and suddenly the 1-3-1 is forced to defend their own turrets in 2 of the lanes. Only Curse is allowed to push up, but he doesn't have his teleport. He already used it in the previous fight. So I think in these couple of minutes, IG is going to be very safe in the mid lane and the bot lane to start getting chip damage and taking away objectives.
Remember, if they can force out that teleport again from Curse, that's good news when it does come back up. Because that's a Hex Deck Gunblade Kennen, one who wants to sit in the side lane, one that's very comfortable in these 1v1s.
Yep, not the best team fighter, but if you put him against someone in lane and he does have a nice lead in items, then he will win out on it. And OMG are trying to cash back in on that. So just letting the rest of the members defend while trying to get Curse fed.
World 6 like, it must be Ning. It's Ning coming. It's just a Lucian. I can see you.
Good spot from JackeyLove. Good spot.
I feel like Lee Sin should have had like a tremor sense or something as well, you know?
Because he's blind?
He's blind, right? I get, or something that represents hearing. I mean, I guess that is hearing tremor sense, but you know what I mean? Like a more specific Lee Sin. Yeah. Like you see like red feet walking, and that's Lee Sin, right? Not in Blind Brush.
Counter Strike.
you see it only in Vision, right? It's purely cosmetic. That would have been cool. League of Legends Counter-Strike. Yeah, okay. He is pretty good for a blind buff.
Definitely is. Definitely is. Do you know that Lee Sin's actually one of the first starting 6 champions, despite how complex his kit actually is?
So let me think. Lee Sin, Warwick, Ashe.
It was Annie and Jax.
Annie, Jax. You said 6. What's the sixth one?
Nunu,
Katarina.
Nunu, Garen, or something. I think those were a top 6.
Oh, it had to be Garen. Old Garen. Oh, that was great. Phantom Dancer Garen. I miss Garen. The day that Garen returns to competitive is the day that... I don't know, I might cry.
Well, you have to think on Amazing J for that. He's the only one that played it so far.
Yeah, that's true. Was that played last year?
No, that was even further than that.
Okay. I have no concept of time, so you just got to keep me in the loop. I'm expecting a Garen from TheShy one day. I think he would be the person who just whip out the Garen, you know? Or do and be mid. Do and be mid. Yeah.
Don't give him ideas.
I would love to see a Garen mid.
Well, I see Garen plenty these days.
Just not in the right
Rift
environment.
Rivals.
Yeah. Just too much in like TFT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good. If you put Morellonomic on Garen.
Oh, they nerfed it. My baby, they nerfed it.
Did they?
They massacred my boy.
Did they actually?
It used to be 5%. Those were the days of spin to win.
Right. I only got access to it a while ago. So. We're very late getting things here in China. I got to play on the OCE, my old OCE baby. But anyway.
So things are just kind of chilling out. I think OMG's happy with the situation. They're not bleeding any towers.
You reckon?
They're still farming up.
Okay.
So it's still fine.
For both these comps, I remember us talking in Chance Flex about how, you know, OMG, you don't look better. Camille, Kennen, Kai'Sa. But it's not like IG completely get outscaled. Lucian probably going to be the only person who feels a little bit irrelevant. But and Azir, late game. There's still a lot you can play with.
That's still very powerful on IG side. The only what they want to do is, like, since Azir is almost never going to be in side lanes, they just want a side lane to be dominating enough, and that's why you've seen OMG actually set up so many different attempts at the bot side. They sent double solo laner here just to snowball them.
Oh,
like
here we
this.
go, just jumping on, yep. Clement, you're right again. TheShy getting dropped down means IG, this mid-turret push is going to be risky.
And that's the third time that they've done this. They'll trade tower for tower here, so...
They're going for more.
Ooh.
I mean, World 6 got chunked to half health. They can do this because with the solo laners disappearing, Icon had TP, but he doesn't use it. IG just going to get a free inhibitor turret. They call the bluff.
Very well done there. They have the all the ultimates down for OMG, and also they have enough disengage tools. So it's really about how much IG can get when they're grouped and how much OMG can get.
Oh, well, so
when
going to be
split.
chunked out. That's culling burnt down as well. IG head into the base while Rookie wants to find the flank. Icon there in good position, but now the teleport come through just to hit this inhibitor, and IG again. Double bluff, let's go. All in.
Do you think I'm backing? Do you think I'm backing? Nah.
And now they look, pings are going towards the top side. Icon's pushed out heavily, but still has the escape mechanism. Hook shot into wall shot. Rookie tries to interrupt him midway, but he stopped the majority of the wave. And IG, now they finally back away.
So the question becomes, how many people do OMG need to actually push down this mid lane? And another teleport coming in. That's a 2-for-1 from JackeyLove, and they do have the Mountain Drake and the Blade of the Ruined King to start looking at this Baron. If the one catch goes down, they should be able to take it.
TheShy got good timing on the Mega Gnar here as well, just as IG positioned themselves to the top side, means keeps people busy mid. JackeyLove now towards top himself, and next wave's coming in, IG pressuring down OMG. And this is where the true alpha comes in, where IG just playing towards that condition, that mid lane, that mid-game Lucian, excuse me, who now has 2 items.
Strongest point for Lucian on the map, and they'll continue to pressure this one out. OMG need to find that warding position where they can flank this comp. It's so hard going into final chapter head on.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to go through the crowd control. So OMG have a difficult task in front of them, and IG are just going to continue to push the siege. The moment they push the siege, they take away the split pushing option from OMG, and they stop that CS lead from growing.
And then what are you left with? You're left with Curse, who has teleport and needs a flank. Icon and Curse are going to be key to this team fight, this recovery.
Here we go.
There's a teleport front on as Icon flashes in. Hextech automatum into JackeyLove into the corner. They try and shove out Icon, but he goes golden. There's a slicing Maelstrom, and that's what I was talking about. Curse, Icon, bring the fight into their favor. 2 members down for Invictus Gaming, and TheShy goes into Mega, but he's about to go out of it as Rookie's trying to cut his way back, but IG are left with 3. They can't find their way into this fight, although they sure try.
And that was such an artful Zhonya's coming in, but TheShy still has a lot of chasing power.
And the Yuumi, the chase up here. OMG are running from 3 members of Invictus Gaming. Take back what I said. Chelly gets slowed down there onto Curse, who has no ulti. He hops away. Rookie in with the soldiers from the side. Curse slowly getting withered down. Rookie has been caught out. They're bitten off way too much. It looked okay, but when OMG turn, they say it's only 3 people.
But look at the mid lane. They're already getting inhibitor towers. They're going to continue
That's why
this chase.
They're stopping the backs here from OMG. Curse the only one who's able to get back in time, but you're right, mid lane gets shoved in. It look like Nexus turrets will drop though in the end, but bit of damage done.
That's the most IG play that we could have ever seen, but OMG start this off one very, very well. Look at Icon as he dodges out on the Emperor's Divide and allows Curse to come in unabetted and just take those 2 kills on.
Okay, why are we back? They're like, we can't fast forward that much. Rookie was the one who actually died in the end because he was trying to find that play, trying to delay them enough. Nexus turret was damaged, but there's a slow heal on them, remember. So it won't mean too much in the long run, but IG, their double Cloud Dragon picked up. What is it? A Mountain coming up next.
Oh, this game is getting so much closer than what we could have expected for OMG versus IG. IG was the spring final champions, while OMG were almost the bottom 3 team in the LPL.
How long has it been, Clement, since OMG have pulled up a title?
Oh, it's been a long time. I think they took the first title of the LPL, so it's been 2013.
It's been a while.
It's been definitely a very long time.
Because I remember the OMG roster that went to World.
Yeah.
It was RNG, right, that knocked them out? Royal Club?
Yep. It was Uzi and Co, and then it was Name, and then it was the EDG Dynasty, and OMG never really got back on their foot. But they can have a say now.
And I know we're talking about the future that is not really as much a possibility, but this is where it kind of starts against IG. The flash in from World.
He doesn't get it.
He can't get it. He went past the Shurima shuffle as TheShy. Not in Mega Gnar, but the flash comes in. Ning pops into ulti onto Curse. The slicing maelstrom does enough damage, but IG just took a big team fight as Kane goes to the backside, takes down the AD carry himself. You're looking at TheShy though. He's about to go into Mega Gnar, onto Kane, against the wall, whops him for one. Rookie dies as well as Yuumi now onto TheShy. Icon the only remnant left alive, and for Invictus Gaming, they want this chase up. They want to end the game off this one, Clement. But can they? World 6 up in 10, Icon still alive, TheShy for 1, 2, and 3. Ignite down the ace, but I don't think they can end.
Oh, World 6 coming up in 4 seconds. Still very early. Oh, it's only 25 minutes in the game. Excuse me. I thought it felt a lot longer than that one.
That's why I said, Clement, death timers aren't long enough, so Icon at least buying for some time.
But the Baron buff does go over to IG. That was so close of a play. I don't feel confident about that Baron buff whatsoever. We did see Rek'Sai have a small level lead, but able to secure it in the end. And a lot of ballsy plays from OMG. Sniping out Rookie and JackeyLove at the fight was so crucial. If they still had those 2 carries in, they could have dealt a lot of tower damage. So I actually like the comeback fight from OMG, even though they expended a lot of like summoners to get that going. It was definitely worthwhile to keep the game alive.
2 Baron buffs as well. So IG, 5k gold lead now after picking that turret. We'll have a look again because World 6 flashed in.
Oh, that was so close. It was level 12 versus level 12, so no level deficit either. And just watching this play, Curse tries to get JackeyLove, doesn't find so, and watch Kane as he snipes out the Lucian. This is so critical. If the Lucian was there to push down towers, that could have been the game right there. So quick thinking, even ballsier plays, and Icon doesn't get away in the end. It's enough to stem it.
On top of your point, the Lucian dying, also Icon picking up Rookie. 1 more member for IG, and you're right, the game is over just like that. So it was a big defense there from OMG in the end. Losing the Baron buff, though, still going to cost them as IG seeds the bottom side. And look at where TheShy is. He can sit mid, he can keep poking out and start building up his Gnar bar. Now level 16 with flash available. That's what could end the game as JackeyLove gets caught, but no damage thanks to Zoomies. Curse with culling on top of him. JackeyLove pokes him down.
And this time, we finally have the Zhonya's complete. Oh, Icon going in.
Good jump away from TheShy. World 6 there as well. He's stuck. He's slowed down. Hyper's going to kill him. TheShy just runs on top of him. Orders him to death. That's the 3-man Shurima shuffle as well. The slicing maelstrom. Null and void it feels as Icon going to get jumped on by TheShy. Dewey Flash tries to predict. Almost gets it. But for Invictus Gaming, finally the nails in the coffin. OMG, try as they might, they've been routed.
They spent a lot of time chasing down Icon, though. There's still 20 seconds on the roster. They should be able to finish.
No one else to left here. Icon jumps on in his last resort. Almost takes Ning down with him, who goes golden to save himself from the turret. And Invictus Gaming get the full-blown ace yet again. But this time they can end it, and it's a 2-1, however close. Still an IG win off the back of their return from Rift Rivals.
Oh, such a close game. OMG really pushed IG to the brink right there. I think the biggest mistake that happened that game had to be that teleport in the mid lane, because it opened up the mid lane tower and IG took control of that lane, and then they shut down the side lanes. No longer were OMG side lanes able to split push cross river after that single point, and it just made their 1-3-1 kind of null. They could force into the 5v5 over and over again from IG's side. They found the picks, they secured the Baron, and that was a great snowball from them.
Great way to end the game, because at the end of the day, if IG lost that series, there'd be a lot more questions to be asked. There'd be a lot of concerns. Because up to what we saw in Game 2, there were concerns. There was worries that IG were just playing the same old happy fun game. That this wasn't a series they're taking seriously. We got to Game 3, more serious moments and better quality moments from the individual lanes as well.
Yeah, if you look across the laning phase, this is definitely where IG is still the strongest. Their bot lane with the Lucian Yuumi won. Their mid lane was dominating Icon despite the counter pick coming out from him. And also the top lane, even with 2 solo kills, still dead even in CS. Didn't really matter much, and always traded back by Ning.
Because Curse looked cool. Curse had some really good solo kills.
He had a great time in the lane against TheShy. However, Ning was there to pick up whatever slack that was happening. And IG show themselves to have a lot more tenacity in terms of the compositions and what they can actually run here.
Okay, so Clement, after this, do you take away that IG are still, they're expected to be a top-tier team? Does this affect anything for you about their placement?
Do I think they go back to their 2018 placement where it was basically a coin flip between 1 and 2? My answer would be no.
Okay.
I don't think that I've been convinced enough to place them on the same pedestal as like FPXs and the RNGs right now, who are playing, I think, just a lot cleaner at this point. But they're showing strong, and I think they are solidly within that playoff contention. It isn't the first 3 weeks
because game
like
1, right? Game 1 gives you like, wow, that's that IG. You see that time and time again. You go first, second, third, maybe like
less so.
What after game 1?
Yeah, I think game 1 was just like, oh, you got 3 ganks in a row on bot lane, so I was like,
I mean, that's true. But the way IG finished, I mean, IG have been known to throw things in the water from time to time, and sometimes it's not clean, even with a lead like that.
Yeah, no, I think you can still see how they play the mid game, where they do have. It's not just all craziness. Sometimes they do have a good understanding of stopping backs and delaying resets and then getting vision off of that. Like, they will overstay on the map when they win a fight very often, and there is a purpose behind that. There is a setup that goes into that, and you can see what they did with that first play and then transition to Baron. So it's not always craziness and just randomness fight going on there. They do understand the game a little bit differently than other teams, so they have their own logic when it comes to that. You can see that intact this game, and it was at least good use of those crazy moments to then further snowball. So I think it's a step up from the IG we saw before the Rift Rivals break, but I still wouldn't crack them into the.
But remember,
the top,
like IG versus JDG was a good example of the IG we wanted to see, but that was before the break as well. So they're having these hot and cold moments, these on and off moments. I still think it comes down to, what did you mention before? The IG RNG game. IG.
Yeah, that's the series where you check, you do the heat check for IG.
IG FPX game.
The IG play at their absolute highest when they have going up against RNG. That's a grudge match from them. That's a non-happy, no contest match.
I still think that was the best finals we've ever seen. IG RNG. Summer where we went to Game 5. MLXG came back, saved the series. That was a sick series. If you haven't watched IG and RNG, 2018 Summer Final, please go back. That was insane.
Baron steals had all of that. Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, that was really good. It's also another favorite is Rogue Warriors versus Freaks Game 4 of Rift Rivals last year.
Yeah.
That was really good.
We're all reminiscing on last year.
I know.
This feels so bad.
I'm not talking about this year.
You weren't even there.
They weren't, but like this year, there were good games this year. FPX's game in the final was really good. But apart from that, I'm like, unhappy.
It's okay. It's okay. It's always good to have a strong neighbor. That way you force yourself to compete.
Yeah. But this game shows me that IG is still one of the best teams. I think at the end of the day, there's a lot of reminiscing on like how that game 2 went. But game 3 was more the IG style, and it was more the fact that like IG were always ahead in that game. Little by little, it grew and grew, and they're happy to take a 50-50 Baron. World 6 was, I mean, that was too close to comfort.
That was good for World 6. That was really good.
I think World 6 had a better performance, Game 2 and Game 3.
I agree.
A better performance than what we've seen from OMG in the past. I still think Curse is the best player on this team. I put him over Icon.
I think he's still green. I think his teleporting needs a little bit of work.
His quality at the moment, I think, is better.
You mean just like, he's a highlight player. If I need to watch one player in a POV, I would watch Curse over anyone. This is crazy.
They're like, you know what, we'll do this game, you know, we'll just put it. I think the whole series was just Baolan. I think Baolan got 2 POV streams that series.
Did he?
I feel like he got 2.
No, they don't do that. That's not fair.
Okay. Rookie, Baolan, and
I can't remember what the third is.
It was Ning. They had to have to do an OMG one, right?
Well, yeah, they had a...
Did they?
I think they had an Icon one, actually. Somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you're right. Game 2, actually.
Yeah.
Game 2, so that would have been a good one, too. They know. It's scripted. They know. At Game 2, they put it on Icon for a good little reason. But after today, I'm happy.
It's a good comeback to the LPL.
I'm happy.
We haven't seen you guys in a long time.
I'm calm because FPX and IG both picked up wins, and I think that's the expectations. The problem with if IG lost that last game, you'd be like, good for OMG, upset, sure. But at the end of the day, if IG don't play their best and they take a loss, you're like, it's like the V5 series, right? You're like, good on V5. That's an important win. But in the other sense, IG, what are you doing?
It feels bad because they were such a large part of LPL's strength in the previous
And
splits.
it feels disingenuous,
yeah,
right?
if they fall down, you're kind of like, that's, you know, you lose. It was kind of like losing WE in the start of 2018. It's like, this team went to semifinals.
It's like, yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, so
of course, if there's a lot of changes consistently like falling down there, then it's fine. But you see IG with these small windows, these big wins, and you're like, wow, IG. And then they drop, and you're like, in the same series, you're like, how?
I wonder if coaches actually do this. I've always wondered this in BO3 regions.
I used to be a coach.
Yeah, like I feel like in game 2 of the BO3, if you won the first one, it's okay to experiment a little bit.
Sure.
And you know, it's their side selection, so you're probably not going to run the composition that you actually want pre-planned. You let them have it and just go with what funds, be a little bit more experimental. Probably not Karthus Magi experimental, but
I liked it. I liked it. Also, I've just been told the MVP for game number 3, it was Baolan, actually, who picked it up in game 1 as well. So double MVPs here for the support.
Won the lane so strongly, and I really like the way that he's choking off the potential engages from the enemy team. A lot of times he just stands in the front, and OMG are forced to go for very hard engages just to get onto the composition. Again, I think Yuumi is going to be one of those champions that really decides which support can rise to the top. We have a bunch of supports that play Yuumi a lot, and then we have a batch of supports that don't really touch it.
Because it's been top tier priority in many other regions.
Yes.
And LPL really been no exception.
It really comes down to how your team plays, and can your team actually play through bottom side most of the time. And what we've seen from IG is that they're most consistent actually on the bottom side.
She's an insane late game support. Like the heal has a very low cooldown and does half your health towards late game. So
it's silly.
And unkillable essentially as well. So
yeah.
Slow. What else? Stun, lockdown, I guess. So there's a lot going for the supporter in Baolan, and it's good to see him in form. I think the bottom lane has always been, this split has been a core strength for IG.
It has been their most consistently winning lane, which I think started ever since MSI. You saw that lane become more and more important to the entire system. IG used to be just Baolan, just play something safe, don't die, and we'll snowball top side. TheShy's on point, we'll win this. But this time around, they're swapping more resources down to the bottom side, and we've seen TheShy actually come in and out of the roster. Duke actually played their previous series as well, so
and played against Flash Wolves up at Played, was it Flash Wolves?
I can't really remember.
I was there, I did it, I cast it.
Watching the LMS
Flash
games
Wolves.
hurts my heart.
Flash Wolves was Duke. He played up against Hanabi, so. And then we got TheShy versus Kane. IG versus SK2 was sick. Anyway, that's it for us today. Let's have a look at the standings because everything's changed once again. IG needed that win. End of the day, IG needed that win, and 5-3 is now where they sit, and they begin their win streak, Clever.
They were second place in Spring Split, so they want to continue that streak and hopefully vie for that automatic Worlds qualification. Nobody wants to go to the Gauntlet. That's what all these teams are fighting against, and this brings them so much closer. They're only 2 wins away, 2 matches away from, actually only one match difference away from catching up to Royal Never Give Up there, and that's where they want to be.
Our top 8 is a meaty pack, and coming up tomorrow, we're going to define it a little bit more because Top Esports JDG still need to hit that pack because, you know, right now, not doing what we expected after they hit the grand final last split.
Yeah, it's a big question mark if JDG are going to make playoffs after such a good spring split. This is something that we have to monitor, and I think it does come down to how well they can integrate their jungler into the team. Like, Flawless had a lot of criticism during Rift Rivals. They're trying Kanavi now, but still not enough to take over the win. They really need to find a solution at that position now. And for our match of the week, LNG versus EG.
I mean, both these matches could have been matches of the week, right?
Yes, they both could.
But it's LNG EDG, as you mentioned, and the reason is because both these teams vying for playoffs and both these junglers hitting their limits.
Yeah, we have the 5th place team right now against, I believe, the 7th place team in EDG. Have been up and down a little bit more for EDG. Dropped games to Rogue Warriors. Actually, they both dropped series to Rogue Warriors. But they had come back really strong with JJ at the helm as their new jungle. JackeyLove has not played this split whatsoever. They have handed over the reins to him, and he's been showing up as a very good aggressive jungle. Like the Xin Zhao, Lucian, and going with the Olaf's early game has been the bread and butter of this competition. And it's always a bit of chemistry and a brotherly love between these two teams because they used to play in the same complex. They had the same gaming organization, and in fact, they still do. Their offices are still in the same place. So you can watch that just straight away, actually. So these teams know each other very well. Strong bond, strong connection. And whenever LG managed to beat EDG, it was a happy celebration in Seoul. They cursed on the mic checks and everything. It was so hilarious last time.
It's good to see them, you know, running into each other. LNG, EDG, our match of the week coming up tomorrow. I mean, Top Esports and JDG first. Both of them fantastic, like I said. But that's tomorrow. Thank you to Clement Chu. Thank you to our production team here at Dominion. It's bye for now, but not forever. Another night.